Yeah.
Coming in hot.
What's this guy doing up there in the top corner? I don't know what's this guy doing here?
Didn't
I
even
don't even know why
tease
I'm
him.
here. I don't even know how I got here.
Just jumped in. What happened is we gave him the link a few weeks ago, and he said, "You know what? I understand it's the same link each time, so I'm just gonna pop in every time I hear y'all going live." Yeah,
I'm a podcast crasher.
That's exactly what you are. I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way, man. Welcome, Mr. Austin Dennis, back to Tigs Bits. He's becoming a regular fixture, and he's going to be a regular fixture, so get used to it because it's too good.
It is.
What have you been whipping up this week, Austin?
Man,
I know you've got something that you haven't even released, probably.
I've posted some older content, and I've done one video this week, so been taking it easy, been in the office a lot. So hopefully tomorrow and Saturday I'll get some good content at LSU, but just been taking a mental break.
You got to do that every now and then, don't you, as a content creator?
Yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you what I did. What I did last Sunday. Up here at Props, we've had a little rotation. Some people just bring, because they have food and stuff up here, food trucks, but people just bring stuff in, like Big Russ smoked some wings. And then Sutton, he brought in some wet wings. We had some dry rub wings and stuff like that. And then so last weekend, on Sunday, I brought in none other than the Conecuh sausage burn-ins. I'll tell you what, that was a crowd pleaser, brother. Yes, sir.
They are.
Absolutely money, yeah.
Already, and I've watched this video too, Austin, and I love it. My neighbor just continues to call them burn-ins, and I'm going to be honest with you, as a brisket guy, I'm sensitive. Like it's a trigger for me. Yeah. But you word it correctly, and I have no problems with the video, and it is delicious. It's amazing, especially with the fine Conecuh sausage out there.
And we've talked about this before. Saying that they're burn ins triggers so many people, so you have to call them.
It does. Exactly. It
I don't
really
usually
does.
call them sausage bites, but that's not going to catch anybody's attention.
No, you got to use burn ins. And then my neighbor just rubs it in my face. Shout out to Shane if he's watching. He loves it. He loves it because he knows every time it's like he's making a cast.
Yeah.
Tiggy going to bite. Can't help it.
They're coming. Embrace the hate.
Austin's so good at finding these words. I love reading the comments, and people just, the more we get into this and the more that we've had some videos that do well. I told my sister today, some jackass is arguing in the Tigs Bits private discussion. I don't even know what he's talking about. I don't understand it, but it's cool. Appreciate him. My sister texts me. He's like, "What is this?" And I said, and no offense, sir, our lady, if you're hearing this, but I'm like, you know what? The more exposure we get, the more I realize the dumber people can get. It's just like the bigger the video goes, the dumber the comments. And I think you can attest to that, Austin. It's insane.
You just got to embrace the criticism, man. And, you know, when you start seeing that, you know your video is doing well. It's not, I mean, it's very rare that you're getting 2,000 or 3,000 views and you're seeing multiple hateful comments. When you're getting those hateful comments back to back to back, and what's good about it is they invite other people to come in and tag along with a similar brand of hate, and then other people start arguing with all these arguments start going on in the comments, and that just explodes the algorithm too. So I'm all about it. Please,
bring in the juice.
Talk about me being overweight. Talk about me having a dad bod. Talk about me
sweating.
Anything you want, please.
Yeah.
It's all free game. I'm happy with it.
I love that.
That's awesome.
I freaking love that, man. And that's exactly, I mean, it's just the way it's
brand of hate.
That's what you got to do. I had,
that's so crazy.
Last night I had a good visit. I'm working over here in Lafayette, as you can see, hotel rooming it once again. And her name's Sierra, and she's into marketing. She's a creator, all this stuff. We went into deep dives on different things and all of that, and that's it. You gotta, if you want to be relevant in the social media age, then you have to trick the algorithm in some form or fashion. You're not tricking it, you just have to make something that it likes. And you gotta wake it up. That's it. That's it. And it's, you know, it kind of sucks because good videos, like we got one out now with Mike Ragsdale, it ain't good enough, Blasi. The numbers are just saying it ain't good enough.
So weird, isn't it?
But it is good enough. It's good
enough. You pour your heart and soul into something, you really feel like you've got a really good video, and it doesn't do well. And something I've done a couple of times in the past is I've taken a couple of videos that I don't think the hook was quite as good as it could have been,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll take that video and re-edit it, and I'll make a different hook at the beginning, and that video will go viral. It's the same recipe, but that hook is so important. That first few seconds is so crucial.
Yeah, I that's what I've definitely discovered as I've been drilling down more and more into it. That first 3 seconds is everything. That first 2 seconds is everything. You better have switches and screen, it moved. People's attention spans no longer than 3 or 4 seconds at any point. So just it's a little more labor intensive to put it together that way, but it's totally possible. And I mean, I feel like we're kind of in the Bubba Army closet of just all of this treasure trove of stuff, but nothing like Bubba has at all. But we have 2 years of a lot of stuff that we could probably go back on, remake some videos and stuff like that.
There's a lot of stuff that should have got more run that didn't. Like,
And you put the time into it. It's good to go back, and you don't have to actually get in studio and do anything. You just kind of go chop up, maybe have a day aside to do 4 or 5 old archive videos that you liked and put them back out there. Because I have tons of videos like that end up going viral that maybe didn't do very well at all in the beginning.
That's right. Well, good idea. That's definitely
alpha.
It's time. It's this time of the show where we hit that alpha.
All the ladies coming in now.
Watch out. It's got
I got some Nautica the other
pheromones.
day. It was like the #1 seller on Amazon. I'm like, I want to try some new cologne, so I got it. And
Once again,
I
didn't
like,
even smell it.
I feel like I'm in high school. I'm like, But I'm married. I'm gonna get like 19-year-old girls to turn their heads.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Good luck.
No, you just walk inside. You just keep walking by your wife and just kind of fast and like blowing it. You know what I mean? Get a little air and go up on her.
I can assure you, she won't be impressed.
Shout out to all the people in the chat
up,
the
Brian?
chat. I don't know why I said it that way. To the chat. I'm over here in Lafayette and I'm just getting weird. Brian Gilson in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh man.
Of course, Paul Rogers always hanging out with us. We got Bad Goats in the house, Mr. Mike Rucker.
Oh yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And
Big
Texas
Bad
Hillbilly. What's up, brother? What
Texas,
is
man, I tell you
happening?
what, Tampa got crazy down there yesterday, man. They got lucky. It sounds like overall. I know they had some problems still, but nothing like it could have been.
Yep.
So
No, I
it's
saw.
crazy.
Did y'all see that? Speaking of Stacy G, what is up? Did y'all see Lieutenant Dan?
Yeah.
Were you following Lieutenant Dan? I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know
that's
how
crazy.
you didn't.
That's
Yes.
crazy. He was.
Have you seen the latest with him?
Yeah, he's getting that boat.
Yeah, well, they
There's a
said
lot
that,
happening. Please tell.
But then the guy Aiden or whatever the guy's name, the big podcaster, saw his criminal record and he was accused. I don't know if this is true, but they put his picture and said he was arrested for kidnapping or something way back in the day.
That's tough.
And Aiden was talking about not gifting him the boat anymore. So I don't know how much of that story is true, but that's definitely what Aiden said last.
Well, the guy admitted he had a rough life, and the guy has not lived the best life, and now he's trying to figure out life finally. Like, so, I mean, come on, man. How critical are we going to be this guy?
Some people get DUIs when they're young. Some people kidnap people, but we can all be reformed, can't we?
Absolutely, we can. You know what I mean?
It's America, baby. That's what it's
sometimes
all
you gotta take
about.
somebody somewhere just so you can convince them of something. You know what I mean?
Allegedly.
Yeah, there's a lot. I think there's a lot of misinformation going out there, period, about Lieutenant Dan. Number one, it's 2024, and we're casually talking about Lieutenant Dan. It's the best story of the whole damn hurricane. I mean, I mean, as far as no disrespect or anything, a lot of terrible things have happened, but if there's a positive in this thing, hopefully it remains positive. It's Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah.
He ain't got but one leg.
I mean, he's up there with Hawk Tua, and he will be.
Oh, for sure.
He will be up there with her, and it's crazy how fast that can blow up overnight. He's going to have a passive income. I'm sure he's going to live on his boat. But let's talk about one thing. Even if he was convicted of kidnapping, let's be real. Lieutenant Dan's handicapped. He's probably not kidnapping anybody anymore. So hey, look, give the guy the boat. Give the guy the boat.
It's easy to get away from
Give him the
Lieutenant
boat.
Dan these days. He's not dangerous. You know what I mean? You just step back a couple of steps if he tries to grab you. You know?
You're good.
Well, he seems like a nice guy, he's they're going to rig this boat out to where he can create this content and make this passive income.
Count on kick and everything. Yeah.
Don't you want to know what Lieutenant
Hopefully.
Dan's doing right this second? I mean,
Yeah.
I do.
I would love to. I would love to watch a reality series on him, like day to day.
There's so
Leave it in
much
the boat.
more to this story. I want to know the bad too. I mean, I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
We forgive you. Well, at
After
this
we figure
point,
out what you
at this
did.
point,
I
I
mean-
kind of for whatever he did,
Yeah.
I forgive him.
A little like kidnapping ain't never hurt anybody though. You know what I mean? I've kidnapped Brantley
need to
before,
know
you
more.
what I mean? You know what I mean?
You know what? I
didn't-
bet you I bet it was a domestic dispute, and the wife got mad, and Lieutenant Dan got his prosthetic, and he took off with the kids for a little bit, and he came back.
Probably so.
Probably something like
exactly
that.
what it was. Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
Paul,
Light action.
That's what I want to believe.
Lieutenant Dan is on my list. So we don't have a whole lot on the list to talk about tonight. We're just coming in here to hang, boys. We hard cut at 7:00 tonight. Going to meet some friends and here in Lafayette over in River Ranch, and they've got like a Perkins Row, how they do over there, you know, with music and stuff. They got something like that going
Oh,
on.
that'd be
So,
fun. That'd be fun.
yeah, go check
Little
that
work
out.
and play. I like it.
Little work and play. Little work and play.
Ain't never hurt nobody.
Good question from Paul Rogers. How is Bubba's studio? I haven't really been able to see anything. From what I can gather, it's fine.
I hadn't heard anything like otherwise at all. So
Yeah.
yeah, it would be a surprise based on the wind and the
And they had
trajectory
no
all
storm
that, so,
surge because of the direction of the wind actually blew the water out of the bay.
Yeah.
So, you know, Lieutenant Dan was right. Lieutenant Dan got lucky.
Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan, you ain't got but one leg. Y'all hit that like button if you haven't.
Oh,
Thank you.
yeah.
Titanium alloy, same stuff they use on the space shuttle.
One of the best of all time.
Hey Brantley, I smoked a turkey breast today in your honor. I did that. I cooked some collards. I smoked a turkey breast. That's all waiting on me for dinner. I did that earlier today. Then had to go run some errands. So just got to heat and serve when I get home. I cannot wait.
What'd you season that turkey with?
Oh, the exact same thing that you seasoned it on the on your Instagram video. The what is that? Oh man, give them both to me. Both seasoned. I got them both.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
the
drawing
cypress dust.
Yeah, the
T.
cypress
Russ's
dust.
cypress dust. Have you
And-
used that yet,
and
Austin?
that
Did you
wicked
get
chicken-
yours?
that
Yeah,
wicked
yeah,
chicken
yeah.
rub?
I'd use it. It's
Yep.
good. I'm gonna put it in a video. I talked to him via Instagram message, DM, not long ago. Yeah, I like it. We've been using it.
It's
Yeah.
good, isn't it?
And
I mean, it's really
And the
good.
T-birds. I use the T-birds.
And I use T-Bird's wicked
Yep.
chicken.
The wicked chicken. That's what I
rub.
used. I did the
Yep.
exact same thing. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep,
you're not
so-
you're not gonna have a problem with it. I can tell you that.
I don't think I
How'd you
will.
smoke it? You smoked it on your Weber or
I actually ended up
the
using that
little egg?
Yeah, that little egg. You know what I mean? So I put it on the egg there.
Oh.
So it was great. You know, I went about an hour or so, then wrapped it up, let it hang out with itself a little longer, then just took it and set it in the refrigerator. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna throw it in the oven, heat it, and open it up, and that magic's gonna be waiting on me. You know?
Yeah, it is. I love it. I love it. Brian says that, or Iggy says, I'm sorry. And what's up, Iggy? No flooding and no
Good,
damage.
good,
So
good,
that's
good.
very
Good
good,
to
to
hear.
hear. Very,
Good
very,
news.
very good to hear.
Didn't Fiesta Key take the brunt of it pretty much?
I heard that.
Yeah, it looks like it. I saw a little bit of video of like a lot of sand in people's houses and stuff, which it just, man, hurricanes, dude, hurricanes. But I think that thing was looking like it was looking, it could have been much worse than it
Oh, it could've
was,
been
but
way
it's still
worse.
terrible. It killed people. But the tornadoes,
Yeah,
the
record
tornadoes are what was the
record-setting
craziest
tornadoes.
thing. What'd you say, Blasi? You texted me today that Jeff
Yeah.
Petrowski had said
He
something.
broke a new personal record. He's been storm chasing for 45 years. He broke a new personal record for the most tornadoes he's ever seen in one day, and it was over 30 yesterday.
Unbelievable.
Yep. And I was watching him yesterday as he was chasing these. I mean, one time I remember he had one out this window, one
He
out
had
this window.
three in a
one's
screen.
dropping, one's dropping. It was like, this is crazy. And he was, of course, all super excited, you know.
Oh,
and,
yeah. Yeah.
It's so good.
He's
But yeah,
just the best.
He broke his own personal record of the amount of tornadoes he's ever witnessed in one day. It was yesterday. So
Man.
that's pretty
Wild,
crazy.
man.
Yeah.
Totally wild. Yeah, he kept. I was trying to watch it as much as I could, and he would come in and out. My internet is not the best in this hotel, so I'm pumped that we can. It works for this. If I tried to, we have so much content, Blasi.
I know.
Just so much content. I'm just. I'm
Hey, Jeff.
crippled over here, to be honest with you. I just can't do a whole lot. I can't up.
You
I
gotta,
can't.
you gotta
You
send.
got to
some-
pay that $5
You gotta send me
for
some
premium
stuff.
Wi-Fi.
That
baby.
that doesn't exist at the Candlewood
Oh,
Suites. And
I stayed at Canada. Canada was all right.
yeah, it's fine. It got. I'm touching a microwave right now. Nice little stove, a whole
Oh,
setup.
yeah.
You know, yeah. There's a guy down the hall loves to cook. Loves to cook. He has to open his door and window. Yeah, it smells like shrimp,
he
shrimp
lives there.
Alfredo. So I think he does. Yeah, some people do live here.
Oh. You gotta go knock on his door.
If you're cooking in a
Interesting
hotel,
place.
You're there for a while.
Well, it's a long-term kind of place, you know, and it's there's some characters here. I'm going to be honest with you. I got the mic. I just not really anybody that there's a hooker in the parking lot. Apparently, this is
Wow.
I haven't seen
Oh, a lot lizard, huh? You got your lot
a
lizard
lot.
out
I'm
there.
hearing rumors of a lot lizard. And
Wow. Man,
I'm just saying that tonight, whenever I come back, if that is happening.
you go
I
get
may
an
have to
interview?
get some content.
Get it
that-
exclusive with the lot lizard. You know, see what's going on in that world.
Got to be careful with it.
I'm
Yeah,
trying
you
to
know.
remember that. Y'all ever see the movie Grandma's Boy?
Oh yeah.
I can't remember what the scene, what he said, but he was talking about she's a massage therapist, and I'm like, yeah, there's a word for that. It's called hooker. He said, "You're a hooker."
You're a hooker.
Oh my Lord, that's hilarious, man. Yeah. Oh,
Huh,
Kathy,
interesting.
Kathy, who I've been working with all week. Thanks for watching, Kathy. We appreciate it. Interesting for sure. She's also at this same hotel. She knows exactly what I'm talking. She's the one who brought it to my attention. Her and Jacob. Shout out Jacob, if you're watching this too. Fun. They said they're going to crash the room, and I fully expect them to. So
Like the
I hope
physical
they-
room.
I hope they do.
or
But
the
I told
studio
them
room.
this is a physical room.
Okay,
But
so
I
they're gonna
mean,
crash the physical room.
Yeah, they
Okay.
and I mean, I hope they do. I told
Yeah,
them if
sure.
you
Come on
come,
in,
come
the water's
on,
fine.
you're going to be on
Yeah.
camera, but
Well, do you at
bring
least
it.
have a beer in the fridge for your guests?
Of course I do. I have some fine beers from our friends at Parish Brewery. Parish
Oh.
Brewery. All of your needs.
Like
Ghost in the
Everything,
Machine,
Everything.
extra
I teed
extra
that
ghosty
one up. I'm proud of
bits.
that.
Do what?
I said I teed that one up. I'm proud of that.
You did really good. Yeah, I mean, it's almost like you know how to do this. So, JR is potentially could come in. I doubt it. No, don't really know his situation. He has the link, and I don't know where he's at. It kind of brings us to that segment of where in the world is JR.
Where?
But-
is JR.
While I look up Justin Moore's tour,
They were kicking it last night. That's for
good
sure.
Lord, were
he
they?
was with a crew, wasn't he?
Yeah, so he was at the Dean Dillon tribute in where was it? Huntsville? I think it was in Huntsville.
Was it?
Yeah.
I didn't get that.
Well,
far
if
down
you
the
don't know
rabbit hole. I
Dean
just saw the
Dean
pictures. Yeah.
Dean Dillon is basically he wrote these are the I've got his list. I pulled this up. This is just the songs, the number ones he wrote for George Strait. Unwound, The Chair, Oceanfront Property, Famous Last Words of a Fool, If I Know Me, Easy Come, Easy Go, The Best Day, She Let Herself Go, It Ain't Cool to Be Crazy About You. He wrote all of those.
That's crazy.
So there was this tribute, and JR sent us pictures. Not enough time to put this. A couple little video clips, too, of I'll send it to you here in a minute, Austin, whenever we get done. A who's who of country music was on the
Yes.
There's a shot that JR, I guarantee you that JR took that picture.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know he did because he's kind of
Yeah.
from the side. They all took a big picture. You got the King, of course, George Strait's there, Jamie Johnson, Justin Moore, of course, which is why JR was there.
John Daly.
John Daly was there, Pam Tillis, Zach Top, some of the new blood
Right.
was in there. Saw Mark Chestnut. I mean,
Party.
I'm gonna forget people. It's
Yeah.
anybody that you could think of in country music is in this picture.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
Unbelievable. So what did he say to us, Blasi, about last night? And then
Yeah.
he sent
That's
those
all he
pictures.
said about last night. ... Sent all those pictures.
It's like, wow. I mean, I was most impressed with John Daly.
Oh, John
But
Daly's a man.
JD's my man.
Yeah. John Daly's got a hybrid liver. I don't know where he got that thing.
Crazy, ain't
He
it?
had a little video of him hitting a heater and looked like a tour bus or something while John Party picked up a guitar and swung it for us. It was great. Like,
So good.
I don't know if we could share it or not. If we can, we will. But
I've been all over the Zach
unbelievable.
Top, man. Zach Top, probably about 3 months ago, I started hitting that hard. Love that dude. And I
You're
watched a bunch of
welcome.
his videos on social media. Yeah, I know. You did help with that. I watched a lot of his videos on social media, and when he's doing meet and greets, he's like got a cigarette in his hand. He puts it behind his back. He's got a Coors Banquet beer. I love how he embraces 90s country, and he's almost
he?
like he lives it.
He lives it. He is totally living it, dude. I'm still kicking my butt for not getting tickets to go see him at the Texas Club. I mean, he played at the Texas Club like a month ago or so. By the time I looked, it was impossible to pretty much, unless you knew people. And then we did a live podcast. I was like, oh my God, I do know somebody, but everybody and their brother was talking to that dude. I promise you, I'm down the totem pole on that. I don't think
he's gonna be like Luke Combs. He'll be in the Texas Club, and we watched Luke Combs when I first met my wife at the Texas Club, and a year later he was playing at the Raising Cane Center and headlining his own tour. I feel like Zach Top is that caliber, and I feel like he'll be headlining soon for sure.
Wow, yeah. He's gonna have his own headlining tour next year, and he's going on some dates with Alan Jackson, opening for Alan Jackson. Blasi, we lost you. I don't know if you realize that.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, just give me a minute. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine.
Y'all just keep going.
Iggy says
I'm coming back.
Pam Tillis is still alive. Is she like 77? No, she's 67. Who knew I'd need to Google Pam Tillis today? Yeah, I mean, this picture, and I am not doing it justice whatsoever. I'm sorry that I can't put it up. We got it 15 minutes before we went live, and like I said, there's no way I can upload anything in this hotel. But, yeah, unbelievable. Cannot wait to hear this story of what the heck happened back there. And the one thing I took away, Blasi, and nobody can see the picture to laugh, and I got to give my boy Jay credit on it because he said it. I sent it to my group text, so it's all safe in there, just like, because you're going to see that picture. And he said, I don't think the king, oh, what did he say? The king don't do leg day. and you know the picture.
The king don't do leg day.
No, the king got some little legs, man. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, the king and I are, probably kindred spirits there. I try to do leg day. It just don't work out that much. Ain't much happening there. It sucks.
You got more than the king. I'm going to say that for sure. But I mean, damn, what an unbelievable thing that was. Just think about the amount of people, the talent that was in that room.
Oh, it's crazy. I know.
Insane. Can't wait to hear about it. Yeah, unreal. So Austin, what else? What's been going on? You haven't taken a break, but you kind of slowed down in your content. I know you're about to start ramping it up. Does that happen for you like 2 or 3 times throughout the year, and you just kind of like you got to switch gears because you've been running summer stuff, summer dips, all that stuff, summer drinks. Now we're into fall. I don't look at you as a pumpkin spice kind of guy, but you're probably going to make something about it now that I've said it, or maybe you already have. Yeah. So what do you do? What happens now?
So it just depends. Sometimes I go through a little rut every 2 months. Sometimes it's every 3 months, and you know it when it hits. Like it'll be Monday, and you just don't feel like you have the momentum or the energy to post a couple of videos that week. So then I just get in the office and I try to push the seasoning. And like I said, I'll go archive old videos and I'll edit them and I'll repost them. And I'll try to edit them a little bit better than maybe 6 months ago. Maybe I learned some new stuff editing so I can figure out how my hook needs to be placed, and hopefully the video will perform better. But yeah, and then I go through spurts where I can go outside and film 4 videos in a day, and I can do that for a couple days in a row, and then I'm good for 7 or 8 days. So it just depends.
Yeah.
But it's weird how it happens. When it hits, I mean, I'm 19 or 20 months into it now. When it hits, man, it's just tough, especially when it's your job. And I'm not ungrateful. I'm very grateful for it, but sometimes it just sucks your soul out of your body. And you need a break, man. It's like I do the same thing. It might be a different recipe, but cooking, I love to cook. That's why when I get ahead on content, when I can cook something without being on camera, it's like the most therapeutic thing ever, because I don't have to worry about turning anything on, saying the right thing. I can just enjoy what I
yourself,
did.
cook, tip the tail. Yeah.
Enjoy what I did before I started doing this.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. I mean, that's what you have to. I think you have to re-energize yourself, take a step back, let it, and then you kind of you'll find inspiration. I've got a feeling. I've been seeing you talk about this online. You're going to some event in Madisonville or something, Texas.
Yeah, Madisonville, Texas.
And a lot of guys that follow the show. Shout out to Joni. I did see Cooking with Joni. I'm sorry I didn't get it up there. Shout out to him and other folks like that. What's happening? What is that?
So this is supposedly the biggest influencer event ever in the United States. So there's 50 of us. There's 50 of us going. I don't know if they calculate it by the amount of influencers or combined following or how they did, but they said it's the biggest event ever. In Madisonville, Texas, it's not a very big town, but there's a big cattle ranch out there, and we're all posting up tents. We're cooking all day. Pepperbelly Pete, I think Stale Cracker's going to be there. There's tons of influencers. The list just kind of goes on and on and on. But we're going to be out there with the booth set up. So this is the first time for me doing something that big, but I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it sounds like fun, man. When is that?
October 19th.
October 19th. I like it. I like it. Iggy, no. Iggy says filming spurts on video, shoots porn. No, he makes food content. Calm down, Iggy. He makes food content.
I mean, I'm
for
trying
now.
to do it. My camera's from the chest up, man. Golly, I didn't think I'd get all those questions.
The Fat Pig says that your voice sounds fake like Tampa Terry. I can assure you that his voice isn't fake. I've hung out with Austin. Austin has that grapply voice. He's gonna come to you in a minute. Yeah, that's just how he talks.
That's that Alabama through and through.
Got a little gravel in my throat.
Look at here. Look what we got behind us here. Shelby.
What's up?
And Stone in the house.
Yeah, love it. I love it. Yeah,
she got married last week. Her and Garrett, 6'9".
She did.
Garrett.
Yeah. Congratulations to the lovely couple.
Yep.
Yeah, he's like 8'6", and just like it's just a gargantuan.
Dude, he was a pitcher too. He played baseball. Imagine a 6'9" monster. I mean, he was like a giant offensive.
Damn, what'd he
lineman.
play?
Randy Johnson style.
He played baseball. He's a pitcher. He slung that rock around a little bit. Like he threw that ball.
Aaron Judge is a big dude to be playing in the outfield at times. I mean, just like been fast and wow.
And
thanks so much, Alan. Appreciate you, man.
Aaron Judge. It looks like he's holding a toy bat when he's at the plate.
Oh my God, it's ridiculous looking, isn't it? It's crazy. Yeah. A toy bat.
How do you hit a home run with a McDonald's toy?
He makes it look that way too. I mean, I got to give a shout out while we're kind of talking
Garrett.
about these.
Hold on, here comes Garrett. Look, here's that giant man.
Look at
See him
this
walking
sucker
up behind me.
Good Lord, it's like he's going to walk through the
man.
glass. Yes, I like you. I'm on your side,
Blasi,
sir.
You're like the gorilla at the zoo.
I really am. I just need a banana. Apple.
It's all you need.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we know you got married. I get it.
Oh, that's so good.
It's hilarious, man. Oh, shit.
Sorry.
You need the mic. No, Blasi has a mic. He started doing some halftime. He did some field correspondent work. Oh yeah, it's right there with you.
Right here. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that guy. That guy. I
guy.
got my mic with me. Disappointed. Last night I was supposed to go with the Cajun Critic. I think he's going to be one of those that's at the deal too. He and I were going to go to a food truck or two and film a little content, just have a little fun. Stuff came up and we weren't able to do it. Both of us are disappointed, but that is going to happen. Still went to some cool stuff and had some good conversation about creative ideas.
Well, that's
and
good.
Stuff. So
I met him in Macomb, Mississippi about, I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago. He's a good dude. We talked about doing some food reviews together. in Prairieville, but we hadn't been able to link up yet. But I think he's going to Madisonville. I'm pretty sure he's going to be out there.
I think he is. I think he is, and he's got a burger cook-off deal that's coming up, and we'll be helping to support that. It's down the road. It's like in March or so of next year, but yeah, that's going to be fun. I want to go to that because I mean I love a good burger.
Yeah, I like him. He's a good dude.
Very good dude. Very good dude. So a little disappointed couldn't collab with him this week, but that's all good. It happens. I did want to give a shout out to the Sabine Free State Festival, man. We're going to be talking a little bit more with those guys. That is in my hometown of Florine, Louisiana. It's happening, I think, the first weekend of November. I know it is. It's the first weekend of November. I think it's November 1st. I'll confirm down the road as we talk more to them. I'm not looking at the calendar. But it's a lot of fun, man. That thing started back when I was a kid. I think it started in 81 or 82, somewhere in there. This is without any notes or looking at anything. But it was a fixture when I was a little kid. And they built this saloon there in little bitty Florine, and they have it's the Free State Festival shootout. It's the shootout, and they act and they have all this stuff. My dad used to be the narrator. He was the Waylon Jennings of the whole deal back in the day. They have
so is it like a Western deal, like a shootout?
Yeah, well,
like
Florine is in the
stuff?
free state of Jones. That was a movie, but the free state of Texas. It was no free state. It was just right there, Texas, Louisiana. There was no man's land, is what it was called.
Yeah.
So we have the
a
festival
reenactment type deal.
Not necessarily. Yes, the shootout is somewhat of a reenactment, I guess. I mean,
little stage shootout deal.
It's a shootout. Yes,
You say
exactly.
shootout, you mean people have guns and they're shooting
They're fake
each other.
guns,
Yes, I
shooting
get that.
blanks.
I don't think they're killing each other. Yeah.
Alec Baldwin isn't there. He ain't gonna kill anybody. You know, been going on for 40 plus years. Not a soul has died from blanks yet at the Sabine Free State Festival.
So what you're
There's
saying
your
is
clip.
that was maybe a rigged set.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah.
You think it had to be, and I don't think he meant to do that.
Yeah, I don't think he knew, but for sure it was rigged.
No, why were real bullets even at a movie scene? Like why? Why would one real bullet be there? None. Zero
Wasn't
should
it
be
just
there.
one out of all of them?
Yes,
Yeah,
That
and
makes
then
sense. Yeah,
that's
What-
which is
what
all
did-
it takes.
wasn't Brandon Lee? He got shot too in a movie one time. Same
Yeah,
thing.
doing the Crow.
What's going on, dude? Why are these people getting murdered in
And
movies?
look, and
Like,
I'm not trying to make light of the situation. It's terrible that she died, but also like, let's give Alec Baldwin some credit. He's an actor, and he obviously was, even though he was joking, and he was not actually firing the gun for real. I mean, he had good aim.
He did his job.
I'm just saying. That's
dead
good
solid,
acting.
perfect.
That's good. Nobody gave him those props.
No, they did not. They did not
So
talk
you
about
could-
his aim.
You could see that kind of a reenactment at the Sabine Parish Free State Festival. If you, we're gonna have to do better of advertising this, I do believe. But it's a hoot. It's a lot of fun. They have a barbecue cook-off this
And
year.
it's a work. It is not a shoot. It is a work.
That's a fact. That's a fact. They have in the past, they've had, like, at one point in time, they had the Louisiana State Barbecue Championship at this event, and they had people came around from all over the country to do it. They've scratched the competition barbecue part of it. It's now like a regular people barbecue deal, and no pellet grills are allowed.
I like it.
Ah.
I like it too. I don't have a problem. I'm a pellet. We're
you
pellet
should be able
grill
to cook
guys also,
competition.
but I have no problem with that.
Yeah. You shouldn't be able to cook competition with a pellet grill.
Correct. I agree. I mean,
I agree.
yeah, I really think that should not be allowed. It's just
But
too
there
it's
may
too
be-
easy, man, and it works every time.
There maybe should be a exclusive pellet grill competition. That would be different.
There you go.
It's
Divisions.
only pellet grills. Yeah.
Yeah, you could divide. I think that's where it needs to go to, and we need to get JD Marsh on here to ask him, because that's what he does. But I think that it should be separated out. It's like the live scopers with bass fishing. Nobody cares but me, but it's the same thing. Like it could potentially have its own division, and only you can only use live scope and do, you know what I mean? Like,
And I think
it's
what
such
you
an
could add to
advantage.
it, take it to another level, is every time you tend your grill during a pellet competition, somebody with a paintball gun from the other competition can be shooting at you. So you got to shield up and try to man your grill and get away from it. As soon as you
I
step
kinda
away,
like
you're
that.
safe.
That's,
You know what I mean?
That's entertaining.
So you better get in and get out,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do. We didn't get to talk about this last week, and unfortunately, and maybe fortunately for him, JR is still not shown up. But what about what about Alabama getting beat by Vandy, man?
They really did. They really did.
Auburn's sitting at 2-4, and I couldn't have been happier.
Oh, yeah.
Shit,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
5, so I can't say nothing.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a big one with Ole Miss this weekend, but it was still a lot of fun to watch. I don't think that ever would have happened under Nick Saban, but I'm not writing them off.
No, you can't write
I'm not
them
writing
off.
them
I'll
off.
tell you what. I'll be honest with you. Vandy looked really, really good in that game. Like they really did.
I think they said the combined 2 losses they had was like combined 7 points or something. And fun fact, Auburn got beat at home last year by New Mexico State. Vanderbilt's quarterback transferred from New Mexico State. So that is Vandy's quarterback now.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
He
That's a
put his
great point.
agent's phone number out there.
I
Like,
saw that.
it's if you want an NIL deal, call my agent. Like,
He said like Vandy
Pimp
was
move.
it or something.
it's a pimp
great.
move.
Yeah,
that is a
pimp
pimp move. Yeah, Blasi, you did. I love the stuff that you brought to us though from Troy. I mean,
Yeah.
it was still. It was a competitive ball game, so it was fun. It was good.
It was fun. Like we had a good time. It's just you know what? We're not that. What we did find is a quarterback. I think that quarterback controversy is over. I still think Tucker Kilcrease, the sophomore coming in there, I think
No,
he's
there's
the
like
guy
15, 20 more minutes left. I just got to be, hey, Mom.
moving forward.
That was good there.
And I think we're gonna be good. Like so, we just got a long way to go in other departments, man. I don't know. I'm not ready to give up on anybody. It's just sad to see.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to get right. It's a
hope.
transition year. You knew this was going to happen.
Yeah.
Shout out Russell.
Yep.
Russell called me. He's the Cypress Dust guy. Shoot me a message in here if you're wanting to talk to Austin on the phone. I will answer. But we're live at the moment. But he may want to talk to Austin, and we can make that happen. He's just a hoot. Dude, that stuff is so daggum good.
It is good. It's really good.
It's a secret weapon.
I've put it in a lot of stuff lately. You know what I mean? Like I've added it to many things. Yeah, it's real good. It went in my collards today. I mean, it's a base for a lot of stuff. It went on that chicken. You know, what I mean, not chicken, but on that turkey breast that I smoked. It's a staple. Like I said, it's an adult version of Tony's. You know what I mean?
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That is what a low sodium adult
Yes,
version.
that's what I mean.
With a hell of a kick.
Yes,
but it's just right.
great
It's
kick.
just
It is
the
good.
right kick.
Fantastic.
I love it, man. Yeah, LSU Ole Miss Tales from the Tailgate this weekend.
Oh, that's this weekend too, ain't it?
Oh, it
Man,
has-
I wish I was over there.
It's got legs. It does have legs. It's gonna have a lot of legs,
Lot
and
of
it's gonna
legs.
rock. This is gonna be so much fun. Chat. I know that you guys have been watching some of these tales from the tailgate. Some of the questions, of course, last week was a hard focus on what do you know about Bubba the Love Sponge. Kind of got a little bit of flack back from that in a sense. It was not meant to be negative whatsoever. You got to start the conversation somewhere. The bottom line is that Bubba had a sex tape, not with Hulk Hogan, as I said, but I mean, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, come on. You got to understand. We're in the moment. We're in the heat of the moment. The music is so loud you cannot hear the other person. How these mics work like they do is unreal.
It is.
But they work.
It is.
They
It
work
is.
perfect. The music's so loud I can barely hear the other person. So you got to give them that shock value
Yep.
and say, you know, and
Just
it was
left out
fun.
The wife part. Yeah.
Yeah.
sometimes. But I think most people got the gist of it.
I left the wife part out all of the time when I went back and looked. Yeah, I mean that's on me. I get that.
Bubba had a sex tape with Hulk Hogan.
It's more shocking that way, anyhow. It's just. Oh,
Hogan was banging Bubba. So yeah, that was
Yeah,
not how it went down at all. But yeah, it was funny. It was funny. But now the one thing you did leave out, I got to give credit. Mike Calta peddled this thing. You know what I mean? Like, let's be real. Who peddled it? It's not a conspiracy. It's
yeah.
proven.
I mean,
That's
in the heat of the
only-
moment, number
if
one
I had to
wasn't.
say one thing. It was phenomenal. First of all, I give you an A plus plus. Right?
Thank
that
you.
Was great content. I'm just picking at you on a couple of things, but you did
no.
a great job. But the one thing I would have gone one further. Hey, it was Calta. It wasn't a conspiracy. That's all I got to say. Austin sitting there like, what are they talking about?
Paul, you know how deep into the Bubba Army Paul has now gotten.
Oh yeah.
He mentioned that in the chat. He mentioned that in the, and now I get what he means. Yes, of course. I'm just over here. I'm like, I can't believe I got him to just do that. That's what I'm thinking. And I'm not being
great job.
Yeah.
Like I thought you did phenomenal.
So what I'm getting at is chat. What do I need to ask these folks
this week.
Great
question.
Yeah.
So the tailgate. I thought it was awesome.
Well, thank you. I mean,
We got a link up this weekend. I'll be out there.
Okay, I thought I heard at the very top of the show you say something about that. So you're going to be out there? Are you going back to Touchdown Village?
Yep, 20-gallon.
You got to come see me. That's just too damn far.
We got a link. I know. I need to find somebody with a golf cart so I can ride over and see you for like 30 or 45 minutes.
If you come to my tailgate, you won't leave.
That's what I'm scared of. I'm going to have a whole tent and cooking. So I'll have to come early. What time are you getting out there?
Riley has a football game at 10 o'clock Saturday morning. I plan to get there by noon.
Okay.
So I just reserved my parking pass, my little parking spot just before.
What all y'all cooking this time?
I don't know what's on the menu for our tailgate this weekend. I have no idea. But it'll be epic. I know that it'll be a lot of good stuff. I promise you that. I want to think, man. I think they're frying fish and shrimp.
Oh wow!
I think if I remember right from conversation at South Alabama, that's what they're doing.
Taking out them land sharks, huh?
Land sharks. Yeah.
I think they will.
Think they will?
I think they will.
I hope so.
Ole Miss
I don't.
is favored in that game. I
know, 3.5 points. I
I picked
saw that
LSU
today.
with the points all day on that.
Yeah. Texas Hillbilly, ask about Diddy and what celebrities are on the tapes. That's actually a great idea. That's a great idea. I'm going to put that in my notes.
Diddy's done.
Let me put a star by that.
Diddy's done, dude. That's crazy.
Diddy is done.
At one point, I was reserving judgment, and I still am to a degree, but I think Diddy's done.
What about Garth?
Oh, got some weird stuff, too.
I mean, Austin, I know your thoughts. You've expressed them on social media, but I don't know if those are your real thoughts or if you're just engaging. But where there's smoke, there's fire. But it's also just something isn't always. You know what? This long and it just.
You talking about the murders, or are you talking about the rape?
About Garth Brooks?
I know the sexual assault or the murders. Like, is he a serial killer?
Oh, he's definitely. I don't think he has been 100% the person to kill the folks, but I do believe that he's in on it.
Come on.
Think he's involved in it?
It's fun banter. Come on.
It is fun. But that guy, I forget the guy that just him and Garth hate each other. He's the one that like called it out on his podcast, and him and his wife are comedians. I forget.
Tom Segura.
Yes.
Tom Segura and Christine.
Yeah.
Pulowski. I can't remember her last name.
Yeah.
Christine.
She just looks gross. She looks like
Christine
her
P.
breath stinks.
That's funny, dude. That's great.
They're not my favorite comedians, believe it or not. You know, I kind of tried to get into the mom's genes and that whole Tom Segura stuff, and I don't know. I like them. They're funny. They're okay. But I like crazy. I like Bert Kreischer a lot better, and he's just insane. He ain't for everybody because he's so damn over the top.
And he's raw. He just says whatever.
Yeah, he's shirtless the whole time. It doesn't need to be, but he's
and when he talks about, man, I'll do whatever I have to do to keep my body healthy so I can always drink. And I'm like, dude, I can relate to that. Like if my doctor said like, also you got to dial it back, I'd be like, how many days a week and how many hours do I have to go to the gym so I can drink.
And I love that you put that post out on social media that you were done drinking, and everybody just got really confused about it. I'm not gonna lie, I read it like 3 times. I almost texted you, and I was like, he's full of shit.
So yeah, I'm not a bourbon drinker, and I was holding up a glass of bourbon, and
Right.
everybody didn't really. Somebody had made a comment. They're like, "Man, you're a dad. Are you seriously going to be out here promoting this beer company?" So I made that post kind of trolling him because I'd had several beers, and then my wife's like, "That's not going to be good for you tomorrow." And then I read the comments and I saw the likes, and I'm like, "Damn, people think I'm really doing that."
Meanwhile, he has a case. You got more than about a half a pallet, maybe a quarter of a pallet now.
In my dining room.
Of outlaw beer.
It's kind of silly. Like,
by the way, Tigs Bits endorses outlaw beer. I had
did
one.
you have outlaw beer when you were
I
there?
did, and they were very, very good. They're
Did you
made
get
in
12 pack?
Colorado.
Finally local. It's finally here.
Oh, you can get them
It's
in
Circle,
Louisiana?
It's in Circle K's in Baton Rouge. I looked at the store locator the other day. Circle K's and Total Wine, from what I looked at.
Excellent.
Hal
Total
Laird.
Wine. Hal Laird says it wasn't Garth, it was Chris Gaines.
Oh, that was Chris doing all that killing.
Tell us about Chris Gaines, Austin.
See, I don't even want to, because if I look, the voice of reason doesn't even win anymore. The truth about Chris Gaines is not as fun as the live Chris Gaines. So I'm sure Garth embraced that because he's a very artistic guy and he's very weird. I love Garth Brooks' music. I grew up on it. He's like the guy. I would never want to drink a beer with that man. And I mean that. Like, give me Luke Combs, give me John Party, Justin Moore, Blake Shelton. Nothing about Garth intrigues me as far as hanging out. But the real story behind the Chris Gaines saga, if you will, there was a film that had a budget. It was being made in Australia, and Garth Brooks was cast to play Chris Gaines in the movie. Before the movie was released, Garth released the soundtrack. And what you see on the cover of that album is what the character was supposed to be like. Before the movie even started, the budget got cut. But he had already released the album, so he just went ahead with it to try to be, to try to make money off of making the album. And then, the reality
It backfired.
to
say the least.
You want to talk about the internet, or it wasn't even the internet then. It was just like magazines or whatever that put that out there. Imagine now on the internet, he would get destroyed. But, that's the real truth behind Chris Gaines. Garth didn't go in his bathroom one day and put on goth makeup.
No, I know that because we were there, but it was wasn't it like an exclusive deal with Walmart or something that was you could only buy that album at Walmart or something like that back then.
Yeah. And a lot of his box sets, he does a lot around Christmas every year. And I sound like I work for him, but he does a lot of box sets every year. It's always exclusive to like Walmart, and I think he does Target now too.
And Amazon, isn't it? Amazon Prime's the only place you can hear his music. Like it's not on Spotify, it's not on Apple, I don't believe.
Yeah, because
I know it's not on
he
Spotify.
did the Ghost Tunes thing, and then that flopped. But that was the only place you could get his digital downloads. But thank God for Amazon Music, because I listen to Garth.
Yes, you do. Diet Miller and Tigs Bits Koozie. That's what I'm talking about.
There's nothing wrong with
Paul,
that.
that's what I'm talking about.
Nothing wrong with that. Action
Yeah, I got that
whatsoever.
Diet Miller catching on. That's what I'm talking about. I love that. Does a 3-loss team make the college football playoff this year?
Very possibly.
Depends on the team.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was possible until last week. And now I'm like, it may happen.
2-loss teams made the 4-team playoff.
Very true. Very true. Does a
LSU lost 2 and won
3-loss,
championship in 03, didn't
they lost 2 in 07.
they? 07. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. Yes. The captain's wife, the captain and his wife checking in. We're good in the new place. Just some small tree limbs on the ground. We survived another one. Yes.
Good for them. Good for them.
Been thinking about y'all. Yes.
So cool how Bubba Army and everybody came together to support them, man. And that's awesome. I mean, that happened so fast. I mean, gave them money. Lummy had a house. Like, they were taken care of within like 3 or 4 days. Boom.
It's so good, man.
Back on our feet.
It's encouraging and it's good to see. You know, I mean,
Oh,
it's
it's great
good
to
to
see.
good
Yep.
people that flat out deserve it, and I'm glad that it looks like everybody weathered this storm fairly well. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
as far as we can see, anyhow, and that's encouraging because 12 hours before landfall did not look good
No,
at
it did
all.
not. But Bubba Wendy called all this.
Bubba
You know what I
Wendy
mean?
called it.
It's a little aggressive. It's a little outside of his,
Little aggressive.
little
and
outside of his,
a
you know,
little
like, hey, but he was right.
peacocking a little.
He was
even.
peacocking a little bit.
A little
Bubba Wendy
bit.
got caught up in Bubba Wendy a little bit, but he was Bubba Wendy was right,
happens.
you know?
Yeah.
He was
Did get I did get some feedback. I got a couple of messages, Blasi, that were like, "Are y'all gonna be broadcasting the hurricane tonight? Y'all gonna be talking about it?" I was like, dude, we flat out would have. Number one, we would have been doing it had like I trust the upload speed of this hotel, but 4 megabytes ain't gonna cut it for streaming another stream in this stream. It just won't work.
That's too
So,
much.
Yeah, so I was like, no, unfortunately, we're not. But yeah, Bubba
Hey,
Wendy was on it with his
Bubba
windy
Wendy was
app.
right. Hey, Petrowski last night, I was watching him, I don't know, maybe 8:30, 9 o'clock, somewhere in there. And, dude, he started panicking a little bit. He got off. He exited. He was heading towards downtown Tampa, and he got off an exit. And all of a sudden, water's over the road. He can't go left. He can't go right. I never seen him do this. He started cussing a little bit.
He cussed?
Oh, dude, he was cussing quite a bit. He was freaking out. He thought he was stuck. He thought he'd messed up real bad. Like he thought the water was rising behind him. He was not in a good spot there for a minute. Yeah, he was dropping some. Yeah, he was dropping.
He
some
dropping
nice
F-bomb?
four-letter words. Yeah, dude, he was fired. He was a little. He was a
He's
little
in
nervous.
it. He's in the heat of the
He
moment.
ended up having to go up an off ramp backwards, way up like a long off ramp to try to escape from it. And then he got up there and was heading backwards down the interstate. Like,
Jeez.
yeah. He kinda
What
got
about the
himself in a pickle.
trop? The poor
Trop,
trop.
Dude, that's crazy. That was actually a shelter too. Did you see all
Yeah.
the beds in
was
that? All
housing
the
a bunch of
beds in the
linemen.
outfield. Yeah. What now?
Yeah.
It was housing a lot of linemen. There was a lot of linemen stationed there. It looked like that roof was made out of
A tent.
wide ruled
Tarp.
paper.
Yeah. I had no idea that's what it was made out of. Like, of
thought it
course
was
it
harder.
didn't work.
I bet you they don't go back with that same material.
That
Yeah,
just
they
tear
give
that
the-
whole frame down and make an outdoor stadium. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
just get rid
It
of that
might as
junk.
well. But I mean, the rain there. I mean, the play.
That's like
Yeah,
a
it's
lanai
impossible.
over a pool,
Just
you know
build
what I
a
mean?
new stadium, didn't it? Yeah, I'd
Like a
never been in
screened-in
it, but it
pool.
looked terrible, Blasi. You've been in it. I know you've been in that
Yeah,
stadium.
I've been in it. Yeah.
Is it
And,
terrible?
It's not terrible, man. It's just the location sucks. Like, you know what
Mm.
I mean? Because especially if you live in Tampa and you try to go there, you get hit 275 and you're trying to get there. It takes you an hour to get there. Then you get there. It's just a mess. Like that stadium needs to be in Tampa. And that's been the problem.
Yeah.
It's just the location. It's so difficult to get to. The stadium's not bad once you get there, but it's empty because
Is it
nobody
terrible?
goes. You know?
Yeah.
Like you can walk around and sit where you want to, you know, so it's, there might be literally most games, there's maybe 6,000, 7,000 people there, you know.
Damn.
It's
Well,
terrible.
they got time to fix it. And since thank God they weren't in the playoffs this year because that'd have been an issue.
Yeah, it would have
Yeah.
been an issue.
Lord. Yeah,
Imagine.
I wasn't expecting that. I think I saw on the Weather Channel somebody said that it was rated to like 115 miles per hour. The
Not quite
highest
enough.
wind in Tampa was like 97. Maybe it's 100, but up higher, the higher wind gusts, probably up there at the roof, it was 115. So,
Yeah, unobstructed wind coming through there because it sits higher than anything right there.
Yeah.
Coming off that water too. So yeah.
And once it gets in, it's going to rip everything out. Once
Oh,
it
that's
it
gets
just
all
takes one
just
little
needed
piece
one.
out, it's
Yep.
done. Yeah.
I'm surprised
Unreal.
that stuff hadn't broken down already in the past. Like you're saying, like it was out of paper. It's like you would think that'd have just disintegrated.
Yeah, just throw a quarter at it and it'll go through.
It's like when the snow collapsed the thing at the Minneapolis,
Yeah.
Yeah.
whatever that thing was called, Metrodome. The Metrodome
Yeah, and it
doesn't
just-
exist anymore either. The trop's probably not going to exist either. This probably
Maybe
expedite.
that'll be the end of it if you have nowhere
Just
to
think
play.
about how old we're going to be when, like, they implode, like, Jerry's World. Like, that'll probably happen in our lifetime.
probably
We're
will.
Isn't
We're
that
going to be, like,
crazy?
in our 60s and be like, man, that was the nicest stadium ever.
Implode.
Other
Jerry.
than the scoreboard, the punters kept hitting it.
I mean, who could have seen that coming?
Yeah.
Like, come on. you knew that was going to happen, but man,
Yeah,
that
how high
score,
did
it
they
doesn't
kick
happen often.
footballs before we put this scoreboard here?
My
It's as
son
low
just
as you
texted
can
me.
get a damn scoreboard. That is for sure.
My son just texted me
so
and asked me
everybody
if
can see it.
if I
It's
could give
probably
him a
Jerry's
ride.
fault. They were probably like, "Hey, this should probably be like 10 more feet up." He's like, "No, go for the
No.
big screen."
No,
just keep
at
it there.
10 feet's going to make a major difference.
Yeah,
What an incredible stadium, though. I talked to a lady today who got to go on her 50th birthday. She was a Cowboys fan, whatever, but she got to go. Her brother set it all up. She showed us pictures and stuff. She had a blast at this at a Cowboys game. And,
Dude, that
and we talked
stadium
about
is-
the stadium. Have you ever been in it, Blasi?
Yes, I have been in it. It's absolutely unbelievable. All right, what was it in Houston back in the day that they imploded? It used to be the seventh wonder of the
Astrodome.
world.
Well, the Astrodome's still
Yeah, the
there.
Astrodome.
It's
I
not
thought-
imploded.
I thought they got rid of it. No, it's still there.
The seventh wonder or the eighth wonder of the world is
Yes,
still
the eighth
there.
wonder of the world. That's right. So, what's the number I heard that you can fit like 5 or 6 Astrodomes inside of Jerry World there?
I think there's something like that. Yeah, I think
And that's what it looks like when you get in there. It is insane.
it's so big.
It's huge. It's monstrous. It's
and nice. Just everything. It's so
extremely
clean.
nice. Yeah, I was there like 4 years ago, and went to a game, and then here comes Jerry flying in on that German helicopter of his, landed before the game. It's like the whole experience is just like, this is insane. This is.
And I've
just
heard even the
nuts.
campus, everything around it is just like awesome.
Oh, it's so nice. It's so nice. Yeah, it was very impressive. Yeah.
Ah, shout out from Sierra. She says, "Hey Tigs, we're out here at Rhythms on the River. Band is great. Y'all enjoy your night. I will see you in a minute. I'm heading that way." In about 3 minutes, we're gonna wind this thing down, and
It's
I'm
getting
gonna
dark,
head that
man.
way.
You still see me?
I can see you.
Yeah.
I can see you.
yeah.
What's up, Rainey? What is going
Rainey?
on? Yeah, dude. So, man, got a lot of stuff that we've got to get out. Tales from the Tailgate this weekend's going to be goofy, to say the
wait.
least.
Wait for it.
Yeah, no telling what's going to happen. What I'm going to ask, I don't know. It's just go with the flow. That'll be fun. What's happening on your end this weekend, Blasi?
Man, really just keeping it loose. Got the boys here this weekend. We have 0 plans. My buddy JD's coming into town at some point, so might be going to hang out with him a little bit, and just kind of keeping it chill. I tell you what, yesterday I was itching. I almost loaded up and thought about heading over to Baton Rouge. You almost had a guest. Like, it was really, it was closer than you thought it was.
You're more than welcome. I've had some messages from some folks that are coming, and they saw the video with the English guy from one of those, and it's crazy the messages, DMs and stuff that have come from that deal. But it was asking, look, I'm coming down. Where are y'all? We want to come see you. Like, bring it. Come on. They're coming to their first ever LSU game, but they've been doing bucket list stadium tours, like going to Michigan, going to USC and all that. I think they were from Oklahoma, if I remember right. They're coming to the Tailgate this weekend. So just stuff
man,
like
that's gonna be
that,
fun,
man.
dude.
It's going to be a
It'll
lot
real
of fun.
Yep.
That's cool.
Rainey loves the fact that we're always at new locations.
Always.
We got to keep it coming. We got to keep it coming. Last week we didn't go live on Thursday night. Blasi had stuff going on. Austin was on. He was he was going to be a pinch hitter and come in.
Oh, yeah.
I'd had a long day, and I'm just like,
Next
we'll do it
Thursday, I'll be
week.
coming from somewhere in Dallas. So
There you go.
we'll just keep it rolling.
That's exactly right. And hopefully JR can join us. We haven't talked. We didn't ever look up where JR was at, but he's somewhere touring. That's a fact. That's a fact.
He is touring.
All right, Jamie Flynn, that they're safe in Claremont, Florida. I have a friend who lives in Claremont as well. Shout out to Kelly.
Good,
So good to know
yeah.
that everybody is safe there. And guys, we're going to call it a wrap. I'm going to Rhythms on the River.
Go do your thing,
And
Ruby.
Austin, thank you for
man.
thank you for I can't
stopping
talk.
in, buddy.
Thank you so
Thanks for
much for
stopping
coming
by.
in.
Hey, thank you. I always enjoy coming. I appreciate y'all having me. Thanks for letting me squeeze in.
Yes,
For
sir.
sure, brother. For
Anytime,
sure.
buddy,
We'll see you
anytime.
guys next week.
Later.